Good morning once again, Professor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, great. I can hear you as well. So how concerning or alarming is this for our country that those 200 so-called fishing vessels are at Julian Felipe Reef and they don't seem to be going anywhere?
Well, yes, it's still a major concern because you still have that entire fleet, no, a fishing fleet, probably one of the largest you've seen, just there in the middle of the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. And the Chinese embassy has admitted that they are conducting fishing operations. So their presence and operations still continue to violate Philippine laws as well as international law.
Now, Justice Antonio Carpio, he questions why the Philippines continues to depend on China as a main source for COVID-19 vaccines at a time when China seems to be intruding into our maritime territory. What's your reaction to this, and do you think these two events are related?
Well, of course, it's a valid concern because you can't avoid the coincidences, no? I think that we have also seen that the Philippine government has sort of slowed down on its efforts to procure vaccines elsewhere because it was promised a huge amount of Chinese vaccines. And yet, as we've seen, the arrival of the vaccines appear to have been delayed. So it's not unusual for people to think that there may be a connection between the two.
Now, still on Justice Carpio, he also laments the lack of urgency from our country's top officials. What else can our government do at this point?
Well, at this point, of course, we need to continue to press China to remove those vessels as soon as possible. But another angle that they can look at is the fact that since China has admitted that it is conducting fishing within the Philippine EEZ without our permission, then actually what is happening is that China is sponsoring illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing in Philippine waters. And that is an offense under international law. So this could be something that can also be pursued in international fora to have other countries declare China as a state sponsor of IUU fishing. And that can be the basis for sanctions such as stopping the trade in fish with China.
All right, on a slightly different topic, Professor, we were showing some images on the screen there of construction on Subi Reef. Again, how concerning is this for the Philippines, and what does it appear China is constructing there exactly?
Well, from the photographs, it appears that China is improving its facilities in terms of there may be an additional radar installation or some other equipment. And what's notable is that they're also putting in place apparently some kind of farm or agricultural area. So they're really staying there for the long haul. They're making the island habitable, even though it's completely artificial. So this is an indication really that China is not stopping, and nothing that the government has done in the past 4 years has really prevented China or made China change its behavior towards us. They really are still pushing their claims.
All right, that certainly seems to be the case. Thank you for your time this morning, maritime law expert Jay Batongbacal.